University of Indianapolis. What does UIndy mean to you, and why did you choose the University of Indianapolis your senior year, coming out of your senior year of high school?
Yeah, so going into high school, I looked at 5 different schools. I looked at UIndy, a couple of schools in Chicago, then I looked at IU, and then the hometown school where I'm from. But I chose UIndy mainly because of financials, really. They offered me the best scholarship package because I had a couple different scholarships, but I also liked that it was a small campus, but there were a lot of opportunities because it was in Indianapolis, which is such a big city, especially because I wanted to go into the arts, and Indianapolis is known as being a pretty big arts city when I came to school out of high school.
You mentioned the arts, and at the university, you're majoring in communication and theater, so a unique combo there. At the end of the day, do you really have a favorite for the two majors, and what have you learned from these two majors that you can apply moving forward?
Oh, that's a bit of a loaded question, but I do prefer comm at this point just because it was where I found my strengths really lied. I mean, theater is nice and all, but the problem is when you go to a school like this for theater is that the program's a little bit too small where you're not able to do anything. And you run into some weird issues like professors not always being available and stuff like that. So I've definitely moved more towards communications because I realized while I'm good at talking, that doesn't translate well to acting sometimes. And I found out I didn't like tech theater, I could do it, but it wasn't ever a passion for me, and I always kind of felt like I was in the wrong place at the wrong time for that type of stuff. So I just kind of drifted towards broadcasting because I found that I really like telling stories through either visual media or really through radio, so sound.
You mentioned communication and how there may be more opportunities with communication over theater, per se. So what are your future plans upon graduating from the university?
Well, at the moment, I don't have anything lined up, which is a little terrifying, but I hope to go into radio full-time and hopefully be on air. I'd like to be on the programming side of things, but I'm willing to be behind a board or selling whatever is needed. I just really like the industry, so.
We're sitting here. It's less than 10 days till graduation, I believe. What advice do you have now, knowing what you know, being a senior here at the university, what advice would you give for an incoming freshman or, say, a senior that's maybe up in the air on deciding University of Indianapolis?
I would say to an incoming freshman, get involved early. That was the biggest mistake I made, is that I kept myself kind of in the theater department and I didn't branch out. Branch out. Go to whatever RSL meeting you want to go to. Find new friends everywhere. Talk to people in your dorm. I actually kind of regret that I didn't live in a freshman dorm ever. I ended up going to Central, which is a upperclassman residence because of the honors college. But the problem was with that, nobody talked to each other on the floor because the upperclassmen already had friends and then the freshmen were just kind of quiet. So definitely take advantage of those opportunities and just meet as many people as you can. So.
Very cool. And last one here is, looking back on your time here, in a period of reflection, what is your favorite memory that comes to mind when you think of the University of Indianapolis?
Oh, man.
Whether that's in communication or theater?
I think my favorite memories have definitely been calling sports games here, just because, especially football, because with football, the school gets so into it, especially this year as a senior. Got to do play-by-play quite a few times, and the stands were packed, which is such a change from my freshman year. My freshman year, nobody went and saw the football team, but this past year, they had an undefeated season, sold out what felt like almost every home game we had. It was just a really exciting atmosphere, and it really kind of showcases what's great about UIndy is students supporting other students.